how hard does he hit from everybody that you fought or ever sparred?
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure.
We going for Canelo next.
Yes. Let's go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
We are ready.
Just put me in the game, coach. Just put me in the game.
No life. I was listening to my guy ShowBizz on social media today, and he had a great comment. He said there's no way Edgar Berlanga is going to have the same in-ring IQ as Canelo.
Hey, he did mention me, dog. Dog. Oh! Todd Grisham. That's the best moment of my life.
You and I must make a pact.
Oh! Oh! I'm still buzzing from last night. The morning after. Block! Block! Last night was one for the ages. We are approaching 400,000 views right now in this community. I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to the PBC, to the Zone, to my bookie for sponsoring, and all you guys for just supporting this community, the ShowBizz, the adult community. And what we did last night was just amazing. And we did choose the giveaway for the Javante Tank Davis autographed boxing glove. I'll tell you who won at the end of this video. But let's talk. I am incredibly buzzing still from the fight between Plant and McCombie. I swear to you, that fight is a contender for Fight of the Year. And I'm going to tell you this, I don't care what anyone say. McCombie dropped Plant at least twice. At least, I may say 3 times. But that third one, that second one could have been considered a slam. But that first one for sure, he hit Plant, and Plant body just dematerialized. It was like, that's a knockdown. He was leaning on McCombie. McCombie stepped out the way. If it wasn't for the punch, he wouldn't have failed. So to me, that's a clear knockdown. The other one definitely knocked out, but he didn't hurt Plant. He hit him in the arm. It was a balanced shot. But still, with him getting dropped so many times, dribbled off the canvas, to me, that goes as a pro towards Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant got up all those times, and Caleb Plant made an adjustment. He said, listen, boxing, sticking and moving ain't doing it. Pot shotting isn't really doing it. And he didn't decide to run. He decided to won. Right? Listen, Shakur Stevenson, he didn't decide to run. He decided to won. Caleb Plant took the fight to him in a phone booth. He started smothering McCombie's shot, realizing he could create the separation, just enough distance to get his shot off, good shots on the inside, and then close it. He realized he was better in the phone booth against a puncher McCombie. He realized that he was actually stronger than McCombie, able to push him back, so he decided to fight the fighter, and he turned McCombie into a bit of a pot shotter himself. He reversed it. Caleb Plant showed high IQ and a fighting man's heart and spirit. Caleb Plant, you won the night to me. And I want to say this. Speaking of winning the night, Berlanga, you won our hearts. Berlanga got knocked down in the third, got up against Canelo. He started fighting with attitude. He was definitely outclassed by Canelo. Okay, let's just keep that a beam. Totally outclassed by Canelo. But what I'm saying is he didn't run like Jamel Charlo. He was actually forehead to forehead with Canelo. And he was trying to use his size. He tried to use his distance, his reach with his jab. He was trying a lot of things, and he was hitting Canelo with some thunderous shots. Canelo got one hell of a chin. He actually caught Canelo with kind of like a sucker punch, but hey, you got to protect yourself at all times. Canelo absorbed that. Berlanga, he won our hearts last night. And with that said, please, immediately, if y'all can, make a fight with Berlanga versus Plant. Please. If McCombie versus Plant could be that kind of war, and Berlanga shows that kind of grit, period, and they already got bad blood, can somebody please make that fight? That fight will be a barn burner no matter what. I want to give a shout out to Danny Swift Garcia and Laura. That fight, Danny Swift Garcia, man, I mean, the punch that he got hit with, it just life drained him, and it looked very alarming to me. I'm happy his father called the fight That was beautiful work. Danny Swift Garcia just doesn't look like he has it anymore, really. He definitely was ring rusty, but his chin is brick solid. He just could not absorb. Going up in weight, hands were heavier. Danny Garcia kind of knew that. Laura was in his bag. But shout out to Danny Swift Garcia. I think he's a for sure Hall of Famer. Now, let's talk about the main event. Canelo Alvarez versus Berlanga was an exciting fight. It was an entertaining and exciting fight. And let me tell you why. Because Canelo is an exciting fighter. Some fighters is just a good product. If you're a Canelo hater, I'm sorry. Canelo Alvarez, Berlanga isn't always in exciting fights, but Canelo is. Even his fight against Romero Charlo, he took the fight to Charlo. It was Charlo. It usually takes two. But if you're willing to fight at all, it's going to be entertaining against Canelo. Canelo's style, his boxing style is great to look at, right? It's like how Floyd Mayweather wouldn't knock you out, but his boxing style was so fun to look at. Like Manny Pacquiao, the style, Oscar De La Hoya. These type of guys, Leonard. Canelo Alvarez's style is so good to look at. And on top of that, he makes wars out of a lot of fights because it's just what he brings. And when you have a bigger guy, like I said, Canelo is maxed out on his weight. He can't really knock out guys at 168, 175, not like that. So, but he did drop Berlanga. But with that said, when you have a bigger guy who can absorb Canelo's power a bit and last, it's always going to be an entertaining fight. The fight was entertaining because Berlanga had grit and size, and Canelo fighting style is so entertaining. It made for an entertaining fight. And I want to say this. Terrence Crawford. if y'all laugh at this, y'all going to hell. Terrence Crawford isn't ready for Canelo Alvarez. He's not ready for him physically, and he damn sure not ready for him as a brand. That was proven last night. Did y'all see this picture of him and Turkey Al-Sheikh at the Sear? Look a little bit closer. Y'all see the name that they put for Terrence Crawford?
He's Terrence Thornton. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. You're going to hell. Don't laugh. You're going. Listen. No. This is concerning. All right. Terrence Crawford just don't have face recognition. He just doesn't have face recognition. He has name recognition, but when you look at him and you think he's Kendrick Lamar, bro, at that point, I mean that's diabolical. That answers everything you need to know about Terrence Crawford being ready for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez next is looking for the winner between Bivol and Better BF, which is diabolical. Because if you want to do it right, David Bennovitz should be fighting Bivol or the Bivol Better BF winner because he's next in line, all right? But when it comes to finances, who knows? I'm not sure what the PBC is going to do. Who they going to throw out there? David Bennovitz or Canelo Alvarez? If you think of money, you're going to throw Canelo Alvarez out there. And speaking of David Bennovitz, you see, they did mention the Mexican monster last night. All right, so I think that was by design. Listen, man, Canelo not only avoiding David Benavidez, he's avoiding questions about David Benavidez. It's a clear duck, and he's not fighting him. That's why I said, I'm cool. Canelo Alvarez, one of the greatest fighters of all time, and he ducked David Benavidez. It's all good. Like my girl TBWE said that was one of the best lines she thought. Canelo Alvarez is one of the greatest fighters of all time, and he ducked David Benavidez. Both can be true. He'll never fight him. It's just not happening. So that's why I say I don't even want the fight. Forget about the damn fight. All right? They can't even, they are shunned from asking questions about David Benavidez. At that point, it's over with. All right? We're going to show highlights of the fight. We're going to enter the zone, war room. We're going to do those things. But first, I want to give a shout out to Todd Grisham from the Zone, shouting out the biz and the ShowBizz adult community.
I was listening to my guy ShowBizz on social media today, and he had a great comment. He said there's no way Edgar Berlanga is going to have the same in-ring IQ as Canelo. He can't raise his IQ up, but he can somehow try and bait Canelo to drop his IQ down, force him into a fight, frustrate him, hit him below the belt, hold him a little bit, just piss this guy off. Is that the strategy? I agree.
That, Todd Grisham, you have no idea. Enter Zone. I know you guys greenlit it. You guys have no idea how great the war room felt because the acknowledgement. I think that's the first time any boxing network or anyone ever mentioned us on their platform. You guys broke the mold with that. You have no idea how much we appreciate it. Now, let's announce who won the Javante Tank Davis boxing glove. And the winner of the Javante Tank Davis autographed boxing glove is, drum roll please, Johnny G, the Lifestyle. Congratulations to you, brother. I don't think I've ever heard of your name or called your name for winning anything. Ms. Biz, your name popped up at the macro. We were like, oh my God. We were happy for you, brother. So make sure you email me and you send me your address and everything. Here's the thing. I'm going to be able to confirm as you, and you're going to see how I'm able to confirm as you. Just keep your eyes peeled. Now, we in the zone war room.
We in the zone war room.
Break. Touch him up. Scoot back.
I mean, if James can time it right, left hook would probably work pretty well.
Look, almost having a nice
right hand there. That did connect from James a moment ago. Best shot in the fight thus far. And I wouldn't be surprised to hear his name mentioned once again, connected to Ryan Garcia. I mean, Ryan Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya, they have a history with Rolly Romero. I think there's probably money on the table for him in a fight like that. The promotion would be pretty interesting. If and when Ryan Garcia returns to the ring, I could see Rolly Romero and him going.
All three judges scored about the same, 99-91. All three in favor of the winner, Rolando Rolly Romero.
Okay, gentlemen, you both been giving my instructions. Obey my command at all time. Protect yourselves at all time. Anything from here on up is good. Anything from here on up is good. Touch gloves. Let's go.
He's a tough fighter, and he believes in himself. Obviously, he believes in himself the way he's been promoting this fight. But that right hand, that's what he has to answer for.
Took again from McCumbee. That snapped the head back to plate. And he crumbles to the canvas. He ruled a knockdown, but he looks hurt to me.
That is hurt. One of the best things that makes Caleb Plant such a good fighter.
Hard left hook, and Caleb Plant nearly slides through the ropes.
No question. That was another knockdown. Left hook to the body.
Yeah, no question there, Sergio. That was a clean knockdown.
Double up your punches. That breaks the monotony. That breaks the rhythm. And when McCumbie's trying to counter you in between the shots. So doubling your shots is going to do that.
Going back to the advice in the McCumbee corner again, remember they said, we don't mind what you're doing right now. Implicit in that is that McCumbee is making a choice right now. And right now, it's Caleb Plant making a decision to just bulldoze McCumbee, who backs him up, but walks right into a nice counter right hand.
Oh, man. Caleb Plant, he really is a showman, man. I mean, he's tough. We know he has skills, but you can't teach heart. And look at this kid.
Beautiful combination there from Plant, who's having fun in there now. Yeah, look, we're also entering into unfamiliar territory for Trevor McCumbee, who has never been 12 rounds before, and he has been 10, went 10 in his last fight, but most of the fights on his resume ended 3, 4, 5 rounds in, so this is new terrain for Trevor McCumbee. Well, McCumbee is looking exhausted right now, and understandably so, given the volume of body shots that he's absorbed, and look at this work from Caleb Plant. Huge shots, and this one is over.
That's the performance right there. That's the adjustment that Caleb Plant needed. He followed the directions. He got the knockout.
A knockout first night of the revenge tour for Caleb Plant.
Anything in the blue on this side is good, gentlemen. You got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
It's up to you, baby.
Thanks.
Fight's over. on a great fighter in Danny Garcia, but no, he didn't have it tonight. And I don't think he'll ever have it, man. He had a great career, maybe even a Hall of Fame type career. You know, the fighters that he's beaten. I mean, he's beaten 10 former world champions. He's fought the best of the best. But tonight, he was just 2 steps behind.
As a reminder, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
We're going to see what these bad boys made of now.
And here comes the bear, Canelo Alvarez. Could he get a finish in round 3? Belengo looks okay. Tried to shake it off.
The speed of these Canelo Alvarez shots is just cartoonish.
Oh, he caught him again. And now Belengo may have to fall back on his brawling style that saw him score 16 consecutive first-round knockouts. He's got to go bear hunting. Sergio, did you ever get in there with a fighter who targeted your arms the way Canelo's doing it?
No, never. You know, I don't like fighters punching me anywhere. You know, I prided myself in upper body movement, footwork, and defense.
I tell you, Sergio, the end result of all those shots over these last 2 rounds is that Edgar Berlanga is not throwing the jab anywhere near as often, and when he does throw it, it's much slower coming up.
Canelo got a little too cute and ate it in 10.
Judge at ringside, David Sutherland scores the bout 117 to 110. Steve Weisfeld and Max DeLuca both score the bout 118 to 109. All 3 in favor of the winner. And still